Hey there, you gay little gamers, and welcome to episode 4 of Double Progression Trouble. Bet you weren't expecting to see me here starting off the episode, but that's because last time around I demolished Jessie. Beat her twice in a row. She challenged me to a game 3 for the chance to open 2 more packs, and I won that one too for the swift and easy 3-0. Jessie's gonna come back in a minute to introduce you to the 2 new sets for today, but before that, I need to open my 2 bonus packs, and I have chosen Legacy of Darkness. Truth be told, this is because I don't remember if we're allowed to open any set or only the ones from last episode, so I'm gonna make sure I'm not breaking the rules. And anyway, I am happy to dig for more copies of Tyrant Dragon, which would be funny, and more funnily for Last Turn. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know if I had 3 bottomless actually, so that's kind of huge. If I don't, that's actually really, really big. And the second set looks like we got nothing. Well, once again, I have failed to find Last Turn, but that is not a huge issue. I'm sure whatever I pull today is going to be good enough to destroy Jessie once again this episode, so let's throw things over to her to give you an introduction.
Well, that didn't go the way I expected. I wish I had some kind of positive spin on how we did last episode, but no, that was about as bad as it possibly could have been. Not only did Sophie win last episode, she crushed us, absolutely demolished us, and now she gets to start the episode by opening extra packs, meaning we're behind on cards before we even get started today. Definitely not an ideal starting position, but at least we have an idea of how we did so poorly last episode. I keep shying away from cards like Toll because I think they're not a fun way to win games. However, based on the length of the previous episode, I'd say these DM games gravitate towards being a bit of a slog no matter what I do. There's no way around it. Today, we need to fully embrace the stall meta we are playing in and take some games off of Sophie. Best case scenario is we do so well that we force Sophie to use her bans on those unassuming but powerful stall cards. Worst case scenario, even if we lose this episode, I am not going to let Sophie 3-0 me a second time in a row. I'm coming into today's episode with a chip on my shoulder, and I'm gonna win. Before we get to that, though, we have 48 packs to crack open, and then we have some deck building to do. Our first pack for today is Pharaonic Guardian. Cards released in this set include, but are not limited to, Ring of Destruction, one of the most broken and single-handedly game-deciding Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever printed. It lets you target a monster, destroy it, and then inflict damage to both players equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. Destroying a monster whenever you want is really strong, but having the ability to inflict that much damage for such little effort is insane. Important to know here is this card doesn't work on Tyrant Dragon, which is relevant because God hates me. The book cards. In order of weakest to strongest, Taiyu flips up a set monster, Life Monster reborns a zombie, and Moon is quick play and sets any monster on the field. The other two are contingent on what other cards we pull and what decks we can build. But Book of Life is just incredible. It has a lower ceiling of impact than a lot of powerful cards you'll be seeing today, but Book of Moon is at least a little bit useful pretty much 100% of the time. It's one of those cards you are almost never disappointed to draw, and in a limited format especially, this card is going to be strong forever. Trap Dust Shoot. It's a very strong hand control card, worth watching out for because neither Sophie or I pulled Confi or Forceful Sentry, so we really haven't experienced these kinds of strategies in this series so far. That may be changing today. And finally, Raigeki Break lets you discard a card to pop one card on the field. This kind of generic removal is super important, and we want to pull as much of this as possible. Of course, there's other important stuff in this pack, but the rest of it I can fill you in on as we go along. 24 packs of Pharaonic Guardians starting now. Flip. So right off the bat, we've got Dark Room of Nightmare. Each time your opponent takes damage from a card effect except Dark Room of Nightmare, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. So, given that we're probably going on a stall strategy, this is a good card to have because it just increases the amount of damage that Sophie takes from already present burn cards. This is a really good pack, actually. Nudoria is fantastic. When it gets destroyed, I get to destroy one monster my opponent controls, so that's just like some extra removal. Reasoning is fucking fantastic. And Needle Wall is yet another board clearer. Not as strong as any of the board clearers I've pulled up to this point, but still good. What does Secret Pass to the Treasures do? This is not useful. If we really want to do this strategy, we can just play Jinzo number 7 again. This one is also quite good. There is our first Gravekeeper Spy. Would love to pull 3 of these. And then we've also got Different Dimension Capsule, which lets us get a card from our deck, put it in the banish zone for 2 turns, and then add it to our hand.
Our first set of this episode is Pharaonic Guardian, and this is a huge one. Definitely the more important set today. We're digging for a lot of crazy stuff in here. We've got Gravekeepers, the first real archetype in the game. Most importantly, Spy, which is a really good standalone monster. We've got stuff like Trap Dust Shoot, we've got Needle Sealing. We have a ton of zombie support, and we have the Pac-Man monsters, which are going to be huge, because Stall is the best deck this episode, even more than it was last time, thanks to some new obnoxious Stall cards we get today. There's a couple decent high-rarity chase cards, but most importantly, we are looking for some zombies, we are looking for Pac-Man guys, we are looking for spies, and we are looking for Book of Moon. That card is crazy. So, with that, let's go ahead and get into 24 packs of Pharaonic Guardian. Pack number 1 is starting off fantastically. Spirit Reaper is an absolutely crazy rare, we want to see a bunch of this. Yomi Ship is decent removal, and Dark Dust Spirit is nutty if I want to keep playing the Monarch strategy from last time, although I really don't think anything except Star is gonna be good this time around. Metamorphosis might actually be funny too. We have, oh wow, wait a minute. I forgot, I have access to 1000 Eyes Restrict. We could do some crazy stuff with this, maybe. Pyramid Turtle. That is a fantastic one, as well as Swarm of Scarabs and a Trap Dust Shoot. This set is just so good. Ordeal of a Traveler is kind of interesting here. It's like kind of a star card, though I don't know how good it is. And Showers of Dark Demise is maybe playable?
Well, there's a fucking secret rare. Lava Golem saved my ass last time I pulled it against Sophie for 1 game exactly. This card is pretty good, honestly. It's not as good in the DM era, but if I get to hold on to this, it can be just like a poor lady's kaiju, essentially. Alright, well, there is our first Trap Dust Shoot. Hand control has truly and fully entered the fray. That's also our second terraforming, so we're actually looking pretty good in that regard. Deslakuta is very nice to see. I hope I get more of these than Sophie does. Speaking of Pac-Man cards, we've got Swarm of Scarabs. For those of you who don't know, Pac-Man generally refers to a group of cards whose effects are basically, once per turn you can flip this card into face-down defense position. If this card is flip summoned, fuck over your opponent. There is the second Trap Dust Shoot. Raigeki Break and Reckless Greed. Reckless Greed really is one of those cards that we only want to play if we get multiple copies of it. Alright, Dark Snake Syndrome. Ordeal of a Traveler, Gravekeeper Spy, a lot of very good stall burn cards in this set. Ooh, there's a Metamorphosis, and there's a second copy of Reasoning. And there's even another DDC. I feel like this pack has been going pretty well for me so far, as we reach the halfway point. I'm pretty sure we maxed out on Book of Taiyus ages ago. I don't know if we're really going to be able to use that, but as I say that, that is our second Deslakuta, so that is certainly a thing to be aware of. Alright, we have maxed out on Reasonings, we have maxed out on Different Dimension Capsules. Give me something else maybe? Yummy Ship is pretty good. It's basically just another Newdoria. Alright, there's our play set of Gravekeeper's Spy. Very, very good to see that. Ooh, and a Gravekeeper's Guard, too. That feels good to have on top of the Gravekeeper's Spy. And then we've got us a Swarm of Locusts. A very good Pac-Man set of cards so far. That is almost certainly going to be the strategy that we go on. Some sort of Pac-Man burn hybrid.
Oh my god! Whoa! I mean, it's that easy, I guess, right? Like, imagine ever not pulling the secret rails. Ring of Destruction, I didn't talk about at the beginning, but this is probably the absolute best card in this set. Insane stuff. so happy I have finally managed to stop pulling some busted generic spells and traps. I mean, Jesse probably pulled 3 of this, given how hard luck has been going, but I'm happy to at least have 1. Super rare in the next pack, Trap of Board Eraser is here, and it is terrible, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this card is terrible. Swarm of Locusts and Newdoria are both better than that, but it's shiny. Oh, Raigeki Break is another one I haven't talked about, but I really want 3 of. This is by far the most accessible form of spell trap removal we have so far, so if I want to do anything that isn't exactly stall, I really need to find 3 of this. Another solid one, second Pyramid Turtle, second Scarab, second Ordeal, and this is my second Reasoning. I didn't talk about the first one. Not sure I'm gonna be playing that card, it's kinda gimmicky, but it could come up. Wow, the playset of Pyramid Turtle. That's definitely not guaranteed because it's a rare. So that's really cool. If we pull Ryukoki later on, that gives us a really cool option of a zombie engine. 3 Swarm of Scarabs is also very nice, although I think I've only seen 1 Locusts and no Death Lakuta, both of which I think are more important than Scarabs, so I'm kinda hoping we turn that around. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, come on now. Holy shit. Well, the sequel to 2 Genzo is 2 Ring of Destruction, I guess. That is insane. Like, that's just nuts. I don't know what to say. Pre-errata Ring can target any monster and can just burn for a ludicrous amount of damage. We just suddenly have access to the craziest win condition we could have possibly found.
There's our playset of Trap Dust Shoot and Des Lakuta. And there's another Gravekeeper's Guard, too. Alright, I have enough Des Lakuta. There's a fucking second Metamorphosis. A lot of the really powerful cards in this set are a common. That is genuinely a thing to notice. Swarm of Locusts is also good to get another copy of. There's our second Reckless Greed. There is our third Dark Snake Syndrome. And like our 17th different dimension capsule. There's another Raigeki Break. This opening has been going swimmingly so far. Nothing really to write home about here. We'll go ahead and open to pack 23. There's our playset of Metamorphosis. Holy shit. We actually are gonna have to take a look at our fusion pull at this point. This was something that I really was not paying any attention to whatsoever. Like, for example, last episode we got Dark Bolter the Terrible, and I didn't think that would be relevant, but here we are sitting with 3 fucking Metamorphoses. Let's see what we can get in the last pack. Can we get a Ring of Destruction? That would be amazing. Reasoning... Mirage of Nightmare is also pretty good. Man, the ultra rares from this set are pretty fucking bad. The only one that I would have liked to see is Don Zalug. We have white magical hats, so it's not like we are missing this kind of effect in our collection, but Don Zalug has a little bit more attack and is also searchable by Mystic Tomato. But really, that is the only, and I guess Nightmare Whale would have been pretty good as well, but it doesn't feel like the most important stall card to even pull while Jinzo is in the format. So really not a whole lot missing from the ultra rare or the super rare spot. So yeah, overall we did really good. The biggest misses are like the 2 strongest cards in the set, Book of Moon and Ring of Destruction, but we can work with this for sure. Alright, Pharaonic Guardian went pretty well for us. Let us load up Magician's Force.
What? No! No fucking way! Oh my god, this is... I promise this is real. Jesse's gonna see this editing. This footage is uncut. I haven't edited this. I'm not cheating. That is legitimately 3 Ring of Destruction. What the fuck? I mean, we just win. There's literally a 0% chance I lose this episode. It cannot happen. All we have to do is show Jessie 1 game 1, hope she doesn't ban it, and then just completely blow her out. Oh my god, that is nuts! What the fuck? And there's even a second Raigeki break here. Literal insane pack. Hey, so we're 2/3 of the way through, and I've just realized something. I've pulled 3 copies of Ring of Destruction, which is unbelievably strong. But I've just now noticed, I think this is my first Gravekeeper Spy, which is a common that I really want 3 of. So, That's a little weird. And look, I can't complain, right? 3 ring is crazy busted, but this is the weirdest common luck. At the very least, that is the 3rd Swarm of Locusts, so we have that on lockdown. And this is also my 3rd Molten Behemoth, if I ever want to play what appears to be a sentient pile of shit. Another interesting one, 2nd Spirit Reaper is very, very nice, and on my 1st Deslacuda is good. I would really like more, but having 1 means I can maybe play a Pac-Man strategy, which is very important. Terraforming is interesting. I also don't know if I've been seeing copies of this. This card's gonna be pretty useless right now, but I really want to see 3 terraforming, because it'll be so strong later on. Can we get anything good in the last one? Frankly, I don't need anything from this set. I've already pulled far better than I could have ever dreamed of, but a 2nd Spy would be nice. Got legitimately pulled 1 Gravekeeper Spy, but 3 copies of Ring of Destruction. Well, Jessie's not gonna know what fucking hit her today, is she?
We opened up Pharaonic Guardian, and now we're gonna open Magician's Force. Cards we're looking for in Magician's Force include, but are not limited to, Wave Motion Cannon, one of the premier burn cards of the meta. Once it's on the field, it becomes a ticking time bomb. If your opponent sets it off 8 turns after activation, it's game over. Secret Barrel inflicts 200 points of damage for each of Sophie's card. If our stall game plan means Sophie is just sitting on a bunch of cards she can't use, we can hit her with an insane amount of damage using this card. Breaker the Magical Warrior, one of my favorite cards, and one of the first ones I ever owned. Breaker can either be a 1900 beater or an MST. He can do both. Magical Scientist. So, full disclosure, we pulled 3 copies of Metamorphosis last set, so extra deck shenanigans are a go. But if we manage to also pull a Magical Scientist, we have a window to break the format completely. And finally, Tribe Infecting Virus lets you discard a card and declare monster type destroy all monsters of that type. Unbelievably handy field clearer to have. So, without further ado, Magician's Force starting now. We start off with a Magical Scientist right off the bat. God damn, we have so much that we can do with our extra deck today. We are definitely going to need to keep that in mind for deck building. I don't know if it's going to come up today. It may still be the thing to just run a good old burn strategy, but we're keeping it in the back of our head. Autonomous Action Unit is worth looking into. It lets us pay 1500, then target a monster in an opponent's graveyard and special summon it. It has the properties of Premature Burial because it's an equipped card, so when it leaves the field, you lose the monster. So if Sophie has a lot of her tribute summonables again, and I manage to destroy them, this might be a really great way to take them. Magical Merchant is lovely. When it's flipped, we get to excavate the top cards of our deck until we get a spell and trap, add it to our hand, and send the rest of the cards to the graveyard. That will probably be very good in a stall deck. Although Sophie still has 2 Nobleman of Crossout, so that is a genuine consideration. Oh dear, there's our 2nd Magical Scientist. Holy shit. Big Bang Shot is a really nice equip card. I was going through the collection the other day. We have a really good pool of equip cards, and I hope I get a chance to utilize that at one point. Old Vindictive Magician is great. It's basically Man-Eater Bug. And there is our first Wave Motion Cannon. Apprentice Magician, when it's destroyed by battle, lets us summon the Old Vindictive Magician, so that's great. And My Body is a Shield is actually fantastic.
So with that, it is on to Magician's Force, a set that is okay, but a lot worse than Pharaonic Guardian. Really, the most important card here by far is Wave Motion Cannon. This card is a common, so we should get 3 of it, but that's what I thought about Gravekeeper Spy, so who knows. I really, really want to find this. It is so important in this stall-heavy meta. Not too much else here to talk about. There's a couple of chase cards like Breaker, but for the most part, not much to look for in this set, and I certainly hope we don't get 3 of a secret rare in this one, because these 2 are, not very good. So with that out of the way, let's start opening packs. My Body as a Shield is one of the good ones, and United Resistance is not a good card, but it is extremely based, and if I pull 3 of all the Huge Revolution pieces, I will consider playing it. Giant Orc could also be relevant later, once we get skill drains. Oh look! What a fun and cool and interesting card that is! Kaiser Colosseum! I might consider playing if I'm interested in some engaging and interactive gameplay. Spell Absorbing Life is kind of an anti-flip effect card, which could be very useful in a Pac-Man heavy meta. And Secret Barrel might be good if we're both on burn. Second My Body is great. That's the third spell absorbing, which is nice to find. Magical Merchant is gonna be really good next set when a certain chaos-themed pack comes out. And Rivalry is not even a bad floodgate. Haven't found anything crazy so far, but that's expected from Editions Force, so I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Yo! Is that XYZ Dragon Cannon the ultimate boss monster, the most powerful fusion in the game? Yeah, we can never summon this card. All of the pieces are super, so there's literally no way we pull them. But I guess it's gonna be cool to put in the extra deck and look at. Oh, I mean, I say that. There is a wide dragon head. Only need 2 more of those, and we can go ahead and play XYZ Dragon Cannon. Not that it'll be any good anyway. Magical Marionette is one I didn't talk about, but is also kind of a decent Monarch if we go that route. And third My Body. That shit's pretty good.
Oh, there's our second Magical Merchant, but what the fuck does Combination Attack do? Okay, so Combination Attack is a bad card. Alright, I feel like things have been going quite well once again. Do we get anything at the halfway mark? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. There is Secret Barrel, Adhesion Trap Hole, and another Autonomous Action Unit. There is an ultra rare Luster Dragon, which, like, okay, that's a 1900 attack monster. We're fine with seeing that. It's not, like, the best ultra rare we could have gone, but, you know, we will take the 1900. Second Secret Barrel is very good to see. And there's the third Secret Barrel. Second, My Body is a Shield. My Body is really good, but if we are playing a burn mirror or just a burn game, especially if we're playing Dark Snake Syndrome, it may not be a good idea to play this card. We will see. There's another Old Vindictive, and I think we got our playset of My Body as a Shield. Meanwhile, there's another Wave Motion Cannon. Okay, there's our playset of Wave Motion Cannon. Sophie might be fucked for today. We are getting towards the closing. Let's see if we can get anything else. Pack 23. Adhesion Trap Hole is okay. Last pack, let's see if we can end our opening for today with something crazy. Nope. It's the same card that I said earlier was really, really terrible. So we'll go ahead and save Draft 2 Collection. Go ahead and open these up in another tab. Oh my god, both of the secret rares for this pack are so fucking bad. Most of the super rares are also quite terrible. Tribe Infecting Virus would have been good, but we didn't really see that. So yeah, I think we did really, really good on Magician's Force. Very few of the ultra rares or super rares we were looking for, but there were very few good super rares or ultra rares. It's a shame we didn't get a Tribe Infecting Virus or a Breaker the Magical Warrior, but we really got a lot of the commons that we were looking for, definitely. So in that case, let's take a look at this collection and see what we want to do with it.
Well, what a day of openings it has been. Tribe Infecting Virus. If any high rarity card in Magician's Force is worth pulling, it is absolutely this one. What a cracked removal card in early Yu-Gi-Oh! So happy to pick this up. And it even comes with a Sonic Duck. My best boy! So Cliff the Trap Removal isn't necessarily terrible. It is Spell and Trap Removal that goes under some floodgates. I'm just not quite sure if it's good enough. And this is the third Kaiser Coliseum, so if we want to play bullshit, we are fully online. Ooh, okay, so we are a little bit over halfway through, and that is the first copy of Magical Scientist, which you probably know from the original Progression series is one of the most busted cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm hoping to pull 3 of this, although if all is right in the world, this will be banned before it gets too bullshit, so I'm hoping I won't get punished if I don't pull a bunch of it. Yo! Is that Junior Format Super Threat Ultimate Obedient Fiend? In addition, we have Koitsu, look at that booty, and the third copy of Huge Revolution, so we are a couple normal monsters away of being able to play that garbage. Oh. So I'm on pack number 18, and I have come to a sudden realization that this is my first Wave Motion Cannon, the single most important card from this set. That's not great. I hope we get more of those. This is gonna be really hard if we don't. Pack number 22, I still only have the one wave motion. I did find a second magical scientist, which might be better later, but I really need wave motion right now. This is gonna be really difficult. Just wave motion, last pack. I know I've gotten really lucky so far, but just one more thing for me, pack opener. Mass Driver is the wrong continuous burn spell. Well, all in all, I can't complain about this. I got 3 My Body, I got a Tribe, which is absolutely crazy, I got most of the floodgates, but 1 wave motion cannon is going to be a little bit rough. But not as rough as 3 ring is gonna be for Jesse. Worry not, dear viewers, I am still confident, despite my RJ level weird common luck today.
Shit! Sup y'all, Future Jess here. I recorded a deck profile before the game, but I did not record the audio of that deck profile, so now I need to go through this really quick and give you an idea of the cards and pretend that I don't already know how the episode ends at this point. We've got the jars, they blow up the field and make things weird. Deslakuta draws cards, Swarm of Locusts destroys back row, Swarm of Scarabs destroys monsters, 4-star Ladybug of Doom, New Doria, and Old Vindictive Magician destroy cards. Apprentice Magician searches Old Vindictive Magician and helps to stall out. And then we have our 3 fucking wave motion cannons. We like our wave motion cannons because we like Sophie to have less life points and us to have more life points. On the same line as Toll times 3, Chain Energy times 1, Dark Hole, Offerings to the Doom, No Man of Crossout, Ekaboo, Drakmorg, all destroys monsters. The Dark Door stalls, Gravity Bind stalls, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute destroys monsters, Regeki Break destroys monsters, Trap Dust Shoot is hand control, Secret Barrel, more burn, Ordeal of a Traveler, more stall, Magic Cylinder, stall burn, Trap Hole, you know what Trap Hole does. That was Jess signing off.
And without further ado, this is the deck I am bringing to today's duel. It looks kind of similar to last time, at least in concept, but a lot of individual cards have been changed, and I have pre-boarded as much as I possibly can to beat Star. I know Jessie didn't play Star 2 out of 3 games last time, but that also didn't work very well for her. So I imagine she's going to be playing something slower again this episode now that that strategy is even better. We are playing Zombie Monarch is what I'm going to call this, so at least Pyramid Turtle Monarch. It's the same principle as last time, playing recruiters and tributing them for powerful monsters like Hades and Jinzo. But now, to replace the nimble Mamanga, who was tragically limited last time, we have the giant rat paired up with Pyramid Turtle, which I managed to get 3 of, with some really insane targets in the form of 2 Spirit Reaper and 1 Patrician of Darkness as a big beater. I think this is gonna be pretty great. It's much stronger than the Mamanga package from last time, and it should give us lots of access to those crazy tribute monsters. Alongside those, I'm on 3 Bubonic Vermin, 1 Cyberjaw, just like last time. I'm on Hades, Jinzo, 2 Tyrant Dragon, 1 Hinokago Tsuchi for the meme, just like last time, but 1 Dark Dust Spirit has joined the lineup. This card is crazy, it's just Dark Hole on Tribute Summon, but unfortunately it only kills face-up monsters, making it bad against Pac-Man, and the fact that it's a spirit makes it pretty awkward to commit resources for, so I don't think I can play more than 1, but the 1 is definitely worth it. Beyond that, we have, of course, 1 Sangan, cause he's good, the 1 Twin-Headed Behemoth, and I'm main decking 2 Swarm of Locusts. This may look kind of weird because I'm not playing the other Pac-Man cards or that much Star, but this is spell and trap removal. And I think spell trap removal is so important right now, I need to be on this, even though it can be pretty bad in some situations. This can be fantastic against Pac-Man. Then I'm on to some spells and traps, only a few spells, 2 Noblemen of Crossout, my 1 Spiritualism, and my 1 and only Wave Motion Cannon to win in stall matchups. Ideally, I won't need this because I'll be able to break through and be aggressive, but we'll see how that goes. Then I have a whole bunch of trap cards. 3 bottomless. Those 2 packs at the beginning came through, getting me the last one. 3 fairy box. This is kind of my hedge in case Jessie is on aggro. This card will be very good. 2 Raigeki break, which I got 3, but it is spell trap removal, so I'm playing it. 2 solemn wishes for burn, and of course, the insane, unbelievable, and unstoppable triple ring of destruction, plus XYZ's Dragon Cannon along as a spectator. A version of this deck I think was significantly weaker, worked out very well last time. So I have hope this deck's gonna get there this time. But if Jessie is on stall, we will see. Because I barely beat that last episode, and this time, I've put in as much as I can to beat that strategy, but we will just have to see if it works out. I'll see you guys in the games. I'm ready to Hino Kagotsuchi Jessie for her life once again.
I wonder if we'll ever be popular enough that we actually need to start doing passwords on these.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Truly is. Some rich Elon Musk type out there, just like come over here and give us $1 million a week to do this show, and I can do it. I can fix you. Sophie, how are you feeling about your polls?
Oh, Jessie. What a silly question to ask. I don't think it's relevant how I feel about my polls. It's how you are gonna feel about my polls in a few minutes here. Let me tell you that. You'll see what I mean in a bit.
That tells me essentially nothing. I just silently picked a rock, paper, and/or scissors.
Ooh, and/or. Ah, damn it. You weren't supposed to pick that one.
I'm not. I am not in the mood to scissor today. I mean business.
Man.
I'm not gonna get 3-0'd again.
God, I really do pick scissors every single time I do rock, paper, scissors. I kind of need to stop.
You might want to think about it at one point. So,
I might wanna.
Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna set 1. I'm gonna set 2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna activate wave motion cannon, and I'm gonna pass.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
that is the card of the set.
We have just jumped right in.
Alright, so there's like 100% chance your 2 sets are a Pac-Man monster and a trap that stopped me from killing it, right? Like, that's just always what's happening?
No.
Oh. Oh, well, if you say so. I guess we'll try it then. Here's a giant rat.
Your giant rat is fine.
Go, giant rat, go!
Your giant rat is no longer fine.
Oh, who could have predicted this? Oh man, how could this have happened? Oh no, oh crap, oh crud.
How could this happen to me? Flip my Lakuta. Do you have
who
a
could have
response?
predicted this? Who could have imagined? No, Lakuta's fine.
I draw a card and no. Okay. Wave Motion Cannon does not get counters on it, but I am going to mark every turn that passes with 1 counter.
Judge, you can't legally put cards on or counters on a card that doesn't gain counters. Please give my opponent a game loss.
I'm gonna activate the Dark Door.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm gonna set 1 card. I'm going to flip Deslakuta back down and end my turn.
Yay, Pharaonic Guardian is such a cool set. I love it so much. I mean, I guess we just gotta keep trying it, right? I can't just let you keep Deslakuta for free. Pyramid Turtle.
Pyramid Turtle is fine.
Bois bois.
Unfortunately, I do not have anything to stop this.
Wait, what? We don't?
Goodbye, Deslakuta.
Oh my god, this went so much better than expected. Okay, okay.
Alright. That's not really what we want to see right now. I guess I will Dark Hole the Pyramid Turtle.
What did he do to you? He's just a little guy. He's just a little dude.
I'm just gonna pass.
I mean, I'm not gonna get another chance to try this, so we might as well. Time to keep the train of Pharaonic Guardian cards going. Here is Spirit Reaper.
Oh, okay. That's possibly a huge problem for me, actually. Tally-ho.
Tally-ho indeed. I will simply hit the best card out of your hand.
Alright.
I would never fail to do that. It's this one. That one right here is busted.
Fuck. I should have said it. It would have withstood the Spirit Reaper.
Alright. You love to see it. Get those Pac-Man monsters out of here.
Alright,
I do still need to figure out how I'm not just dying in 5 turns. That is an issue.
I will just go ahead and set 2 and pass.
He who, I suppose. Okay. I still have not found a single piece of back row removal. This is a problem, in some ways, one might argue. So this is pretty risky, but I think I need to go for something here to try and race the wave motion, so I'm gonna stack off the Reaper for Dark Ruler Hades.
Ooh, neat. Okay, that's chill.
Let's go, there's not a bottomless. Go, Hades, go! If you Magic Cylinder, I will shit!
I don't have Magic Cylinder. It's a lot less dramatic than that. It is Gravity Bind. It's just going to make Dark Ruler Hades chill for a minute.
That's still really fucking good.
That is pretty good for me. We moved to turn 4 of Wave Motion Cannon. Genuinely, strongly considering just firing it off right now.
It's not the worst. 4,000's a lot.
What back row removal do you have? You have Spiritualism.
Oh yeah, I got Spiritualism, the best back row removal there is.
The thing is, using Spiritualism on Wave Motion Cannon is still really bad because I still have Gravity Bind in the Dark Door to slow you down. So I'm not really incentivized to fire my Wave Motion Cannon off preemptively. I think I'm going to just leave it there as an additional target. I'm going to set 1 and pass.
Great. That's an interesting draw. That's an interesting draw, a spiffy draw. Bit of a sexy draw, if I do say so myself. So what are the chances this is another Pac-Man monster? Like 100%? Like 200%? Probably.
These monsters really are common in this set, aren't they?
They really are, and they're really the craziest shit there is in Sealed.
Yeah.
I guess we do this then. Zangy!
Oh my fucking god, it's Zangy! Are you kidding me?
Yo, the most busted monster in the game!
That's so
Attacks
annoying.
under Gravity Bind!
I lost fucking Deslakuda.
Let's go! Let's go. All part of the master plan.
I need to get better at lying. Turn 5 on Wave Motion Cannon. We are getting there for sure.
A little bit. Still haven't figured out what I'm doing about that.
Yeah, I still have the Gravity Bind. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. I am just gonna leave it.
What? Oh, this is interesting. Now, annoyingly, I am gonna have to do some math here. I have this turn and 2 turns after to kill you, assuming you have no additional burn. If I do that, I need to do it like that. Okay, I think the play is this. I am going to tribute off Sangan, and I'm going to summon Jinzo.
That is definitely a card. Jinzo's fine.
It's not a bad one. I will trigger the Sangan. Oh, that's kind of nuts, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I did this. Wait. Why am I thinking about this? I am going to add Swarm of Locusts to my hand.
Yeah, that is a card. There it is.
I fully forgot that I put this card in my deck, despite the fact that I did it less than an hour ago.
Sometimes these things happen.
And I guess we just try it.
Ouchie wouchie.
Okay, you love to see that. Don't seem to have the Book of Moon. Now there's actually an out to Jinzo. And so I'll just set 1 more and pass it back.
I'll end it.
Okay, don't forget your wave motion counter. Gotta be keeping track of them.
That is for sure.
I mean, I don't have that much to do here under Dark Door. I'll just punch. Why am I hitting with Jinzo when Hades is bigger? We may never know.
I wasn't going to mention it.
Listen, it's fine. At 50, it's just not gonna matter. And then I'm gonna set a monster, which, as they say, could be anything. And I'll set 1 more and pass.
So we're gonna start with a nobleman targeting your face down monster.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck all the way
Oh, I
off.
am so glad I did not neglect the nobleman in my stall deck. Whoo-wee. That could have been very, very bad. I am dead to nobleman. Well, I'm not actually dead to nobleman, because of the dark door, so I guess I am going to pass.
Alright. It's gotta be this. There's a couple of draws that do it. Show it to me. Wait. No. No, you've gotta be kidding me. This is so close.
Oh my god.
No, not like this. No. This is so unbelievably close to getting me out of this. Oh no. Do I have any way to do this? Is there any way?
I'm shitting my pants right now because I misplayed earlier.
Oh no.
And I am hoping that I can just eke out the win anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't work how I want. If this effect wasn't mandatory, I could do it. In the funniest way possible. This is so frustrating. I am so unbelievably close. I don't have it, I don't think. I'll just go to battle and hit with Hades.
I mean, like, you hit with the right monster, at least. Dark Ruler Hades negates the effects of monsters it destroys, so Morphing Jar number 2 doesn't get to do its thing, but it sounds like that may not end up mattering too much.
Yeah, you've got it.
Yeah!
Ah.
It's fine, it's fine. We didn't get 3-0 this week. Everything else is fine. Alright, are you ready to see the misplay? I was too fucking greedy with this. Whoo, I could have had this over with last turn.
Oh god, let me summon out the Jinzo.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
It's really funny too, because my deck is super fucking powerful, but Dark Ruler Hades and Jinzo very specifically are an out to 75% of it. And I remember thinking in deck building, well, we can beat Hades individually, we can beat Jinzo individually, but if Sophie gets both of them on the field, things are gonna get dicey. And then I let you get both of them on the field.
I mean, Dark Door is a hell of a card, and unfortunately, I think in the position I was in, I had to summon the Jinzo immediately to start attacking. But that also meant I couldn't start buying myself more turns with the Solemn Wishes. So...
Let's go! Solemn Wishes, not working as intended. Oh my god, that was really close though. I did not feel safe.
God, and I'll talk about it after the match. You do not understand how close I was. Like, if this one stupid card in my hand said, you can, I would have won the game.
Alright. Bans, do you have any ideas?
God. Alright. There's a lot of things I can go for. You still have crazy staples like Dark Horn and Mirror Force, and Torrential, and who the fuck knows what else. But here's the thing, right? Stall is the best deck right now. Stall has been the best deck. Stall will continue to be the best deck. And wouldn't you know it, there is a very important continuous spell on the field that single-handedly won the game that I pulled one copy of.
I don't... Oh, you pulled one copy of it? That's very sad.
One copy of the common wave motion cannon. So you know what? I am going to, rather than doing one ban, I'm gonna pull out a couple of limits here. I would like to limit wave motion cannon, and I would like to limit Deslakuda.
Oh, alright. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, honestly, it might be better to hit Floodgates. I just do not want to play against Pac-Man. This deck is so fucking annoying.
I mean, like, I don't blame you. Deslakuda is fucking nuts in a format like this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I think for this week, I did a couple limits last week. This week I'm going to come out swinging and just straight up ban Offerings to the Doomed. I could put it to 1 because you have 3 and I have 1, but here's the thing, that card is fucking crazy, and it always feels bad to play against it, and I would rather just, like, not have to stress about it whenever I have my Jinzo on the field. So those are the ban list changes. I'm going to be opening 4 packs, you're going to be opening 2, and I will speak to you in a little bit.
I hate stall. I hate stall. I hate stall. Wave Motion Cannon is a PP card made by rat people, and I do not want to see it ever again. Alright. Limiting wave motion hurts stall a lot, and hitting Deslakuta means Pac-Man, the best stall strategy, is a lot less viable. For my 2 bonus packs, I'm gonna go into Pharaonic Guardian. I'm really hoping to pick up a second copy of Gravekeeper's Spy, would be really nice. So hopefully I have a better chance at winning game 2 now that Jesse's insanely powerful stall deck is offline. Let's give it a shot and see how it goes. Pack number 1. Will we find the spy? We won't, but that is the second Reckless Greed, which is a little interesting. We could consider playing that. And second pack, come on. Doesn't look like it. We missed it again. Well, that's annoying, but hopefully wave motion being gone will make this a lot less painful.
Alright, that was a close one. That was super close, but we got the wave motion cannon on the field on turn 1, so by turn 8, the game was ours. Wave motion cannon has been limited at this point, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, because now it leads to situations where Sophie might draw the card before we do. So we're gonna try our best to open some other strong stall burn adjacent stuff. Quick note, for my 4 packs for winning game 1, I am gonna be opening Spell Ruler. Now, let's give it a try. Oh dear, this is a terrible pack. There's the 3rd Nimble Mamanga, a card I limited, and there's our 4th Toll. Horn of the Unicorn, eat my ass. I think we may have made a mistake. Can we find anything in the closing? Well, there's another Shining Angel, but overall, not a good opening at all. That is fine. We have more than enough in our collection to think about, so let's save this to the collection and go back to our deck.
Here is the deck, slightly modified for game 2, and I am still confident. That game 1 was rough. I was pretty confident going in because of these 3 bad boys, but I still think I can win. I strongly suspect Jesse is gonna go off stall without access to Deslakuta and Wave Motion Cannon at 3, and I think if I'm playing against another aggro deck, my deck should be massively favored. I've made a few small changes in that regard. Number 1, I cut the swarms of locusts, so I expect her to be on this back row, and put in this little fellow I pulled and then immediately forgot to put in. Guys, I'm really tired tonight. I have not slept enough. I'm being stupid. I've also put in the magic cylinder over a fairy box just to get a little bit more burn in there. I think with cylinder plus triple ring, I can play kind of an aggro bomb game plan where I can blow Jesse up extremely quickly. And I've also cut the solemn wishes to put in my body as a shield as well as a creature swap because I suspect she's going to have face up monsters to swap with. This is a bit of a risk. If she stays on burn, I could be in trouble, because I've cut almost all of my anti-burn cards and even put in some stuff that decreases my own life points. But I don't think she's gonna do that, and if we're playing beatdown versus beatdown, let me tell you, Tyrant Dragon is not going to let me down. Let's get into it.
Alright, here is the build I have settled upon for game 2. You'll see a fair few changes to this deck. For one thing, we're playing 49 cards now. Once again, I'm chill with playing more than 40 cards in a situation where, like, if we are both stuck, it may go to deck out. That being said, I'm playing stuff like Dark Snake Syndrome, which at the very least should mean that this game will not go to deck out. One thing I did decide to do is put a bunch of big beaters into my lineup for this go around after noticing that the Dark Door really benefits just having one monster on the field that can take big attacks. So we've got our 2 Zombiver the Dark, Jirai Gumo, Giant Orc, and Luster Dragon filling this role. We've also gone ahead and thrown in the Gravekeeper's package, that is 3 Spy and 1 Gravekeeper's Guard. We're pretty high on flip effect monsters and cards that effects activate in the graveyard, which is a genuine consideration with Dark Ruler Hot Deaths in the format. But for the time being, it's worked alright for us, and we have some other stuff in the deck that can potentially help us deal with that. So, let's get to the games. Hell yeah, let's go! Second game, my turn to 3-0!
Absolutely not. Listen, now that you can't sit
Oh,
behind
you
your
didn't-
stupid little wave motion
You
cannon.
picking paper this time. Fucking incredible strats.
Yeah, get bamboozled. I'm mixing things up. New game, new me, I always say.
New game plus, bitches!
What? Jesse, why has your deck expanded by 7 cards? Why have we...
I don't have very good discipline with making my decks 40 cards, and part of that is that a lot of these cards, this is the first time I'm playing them, and I am genuinely curious about how all this shit works out together. So, with that being said, I am going to set one to play around Nobleman of Crossout. I'm just gonna normal summon my Mystic Tomato and activate Dark Door and pass it
we're
back
still
to you.
doing this. I see.
Of course
we are
we're still doing this. We just agreed this was the best strategy.
Yeah, I suppose we did. I think the play here is that I am gonna just set one. And I'm gonna set one. And I am going to pass.
This is funny because I didn't interact with your monsters at all last game, so this could literally be anything. This could just be a face-down Cyber Dragon for all I know.
It could be. I might be cheating.
You could very well be cheating. It wouldn't be the first time for either of us. I'm gonna attack with Mystic Tomato into that face-down just to see what we're working with.
Behold, Pyramid Total!
Oh, fucking Searcher meets Searcher indeed. Alright, so in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and go to main phase 2, set one monster, and pass.
Alright. Let's see. So if you're still on Dark Door, that means you might still be playing the other Pac-Man stuff, even if you only have one Lacuna, so I think I am scared enough to just straight up Nobleman the set.
Alright, it was one that could have been a problem for you. It was Newdoria.
Newdoria, that's an interesting one. Not mad to have it out of here, though.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna keeping it slow. I'm gonna set one, and I'm gonna set another, and I will pass.
Attack!
Spirit Reaper!
We are accomplishing nothing thus far. I am
Wait, literally nothing.
just gonna pass it back to you.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can get a bit into this. I am going to tribute 2 monsters. And I am going to summon Tyrant Dragon. He's back, baby.
Ooh, this is super interesting, because that baby can still attack twice with the Dark Door. So that would still let me get Mystic Tomato off, but it would leave me low on life points in what is a burn sort of match. I am going to Gravity Bind here.
Ah, I see. That's annoying. That's fine. That means I need to think. God, I hate doing that.
I hate thinking. I just want to be a bimbo.
If that ain't a whole ass mood. Yeah, I guess I just need to pass. I'm curious what your win condition is now that there's only one wave motion. I guess you can just draw the one wave motion. That would do it.
So, our win condition for right now starts with putting Mystic Tomato in defense mode, setting one monster, and I guess we'll just go ahead and activate Toll and pass.
Oh, we're going back. I see.
Country road, take me home.
I guess I'm just gonna set and pass. I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Best game ever.
Oh. 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 I mean, sure, Deck. I mean, if you insist, I'll just top deck Jinzo again, you know? Why not?
Alright, Jinzo is fine. The gravity bind isn't doing anything anymore.
I'll battle, I don't like paying life points, but you do what you gotta do. I'll get in with Tyrant.
Okay, Mystic Tomato Falls. I actually need to check and see if I want to summon anything here.
Judge, he's looking at a deck. Cheating. Judge, game loss.
Shh, shh, shh. I am not going to summon anything.
Okay, interesting. In that case, I'll just send Tyrant into the set and face tank another 500.
You will also face tank a Witch of the Black Forest.
Ah, not ideal.
I'm pretty much just deciding which of the jars I want at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll play the classics.
You know, can't say I am shocked. Cannot say I'm shocked. You're good to go.
Wonderful is that even if you do draw Dark Ruler Hades, that's not great, but you still can't get in for direct in that situation, unless you have something for the Dark Door. So I feel okay setting a mystery monster in passing.
Could truly, really, legitimately be anything. I'm not fucking attacking it. Go ahead.
Alright, I absolutely cannot leave this thing on the field, or you will draw a Nobleman of Cross out. I'll be proactive. I'll do the Cyber Jar.
Okay, this is a little bit risky, because you have bone cards. But I do have my body as a shield.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
I think keeping these on board. Oh, you fucking.
You have the second my body.
Oh my god.
You got the second one?
I am going to shit.
Alright, well, that was fun. Set one and pass.
Yeah, I bet you fucking will. My god. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! This game rules.
Alright, so all of this has been really fun. The question that I am faced with, though, is what the fuck is my win condition?
That's what I'm wondering. I know what my...
I have a couple cards, but I'm not drawing them.
I know what my win condition is, but apparently it's not gonna work against the literal do-nothing turbo.
My win condition is I am running like 10 more cards than you, and will therefore deck out last.
If I lose to deck out, I'm quitting the series. I'm just leaving.
You got a couple. You get to ban another card, so hopefully you can find some problem children to deal with. End turn.
Ah! I feel pain. I feel anguish.
Okay, and
agony is the only. Are you shitting me? What is that draw? I'm gonna cry.
Alright, we are going to set one and pass.
God. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright, now we can start to be a little bit more proactive. I'm gonna flip summon Swarm of Locusts.
Awesome. Great.
Cool. I'm gonna take out this one if you'll let me.
That's fine.
Alright, back to set it goes, and then, I'm still not really incentivized to do much of anything, so I will pass.
Yep. That's, like, kind of a card. Like, it's not a card, strictly speaking. God, I hate this. I am going to flip summon Bubonic Vermin. And I will not be summoning from deck.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Your summon is fine.
I will go to battle phase and attack the face-down locusts. We do what we gotta do.
I am going to, This is
Fuck
the
off.
stupidest combination of cards that I have ever activated. So first off, I'm gonna chain Raigeki Break, pitching the Zumbira the Dark, targeting Bubonic Vermin. And then if you don't have any response to that,
I don't.
I'm also gonna chain Secret Barrel.
Fuck all the entire way off. Holy shit.
So the Secret Barrel resolves first, meaning your wonderful vermin will still be on the field,
That's
and
2,000. Holy.
then we're gonna do Raigeki Break to keep my swarm of locusts on hand.
That is depressing. I'm so sad.
I
I guess you can go.
I feel pain. I really, truly, and honestly feel pain. So here's what we're going to do. It's not getting better. I'm gonna flip summon Desk Koala.
King shit. I mean, that's 16?
Yeah.
I think I figured out the win condition. Oh my god.
And then I'm gonna activate Dark Snake Syndrome.
No, not like that.
And then if you don't have any response, I'm gonna pay 500 life points.
Yeah.
And activate Chain Energy and pass.
So, you don't need to pay 500 to activate Chain Energy. I regret to tell you, you get to stay at 8,000.
Oh, cool. Well, that at least looks cooler.
Yeah. This is... I cannot fucking believe this. I don't think I can win from this position.
If it's any consolation, the combined length of the first two games was only 30 minutes.
Not consolation at all! He's like, oh,
No,
Sophie,
I mean,
if
at
it makes
least
you
it's
feel
not,
any
let's
better,
say, at
I
least,
should.
I'm sorry, I meant to be like, oh, at least the episode's not as long this time, but I realize what that sounds like now, and I apologize.
The sacrifices I must take for the sake of our dear beloved viewers. I guess I'll pass. Maybe I can find something.
Alright, so standby phase, we'll go ahead and take 200.
Yeah.
I didn't do this last turn. I don't know how much it matters. We'll go ahead and swarm of locusts. I do take 500 for this, but...
You do not. It only applies to cards played from hand.
Wow.
I love Chain Energy.
This card just has Pac-Man Win written on it.
Jesse, can I tell you something really sad?
Yeah, sure. I like sad things.
The turn you went Cyberjaw Darkwall, I did have the second My Body. It was just in my hand.
Oh,
I had it.
honey. Oh, God.
And I didn't set it. And because of that, I no longer control Jinzo Tyrant Dragon.
Beating Jinzo really early was huge, I'm not going to lie. That was, like, kind of the key to my whole victory.
Honestly, Dog Snake's dealing 400. If I play any card from my hand, I go down low enough that I can't attack and then still survive under Dog Snake Syndrome. Technically, I guess I can just pass, and I have one more draw, maybe?
Sure. Loop.
Yup.
Loop.
That doesn't do it.
Oh my god. I don't feel good about this, Sophie. I don't feel good about any of this.
God, if I had set the second... So I can tell you, I had Spiritualism in hand the whole game, right? So I'm pretty sure if I set the second My Body, I 100% won. Because then I can just bounce Dark Door and get it in with the Tyrant and the Jinzo and the normal summon, and that almost certainly is enough, but...
Yeah, and I also potentially would have been in trouble if I had not had, like, exactly both Chain Energy and Dark Snake Syndrome, because if it was one or the other, then you still would have, like, additional plays.
Yeah. God, this was an awful game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually cannot believe I lost this week after my pause today. What the fuck?
What the fuck was what was DM era even? These spell and trap cards that exist on the field are just so much stronger than any of the monsters that we're playing that
Yeah.
this really is just like the best way to win games. And you know, I'm glad that we're playing through the whole series, so I like have that experience for myself. But I cannot say I will miss this era when it's gone.
Absolutely. In Constructed, it's a bit better, right? Because you have access to stuff like Heavy and Trunade. You have access to 3 MST. But all of those cards are super high rarity, so when we're pulling from packs, we just have nothing. And admittedly, part of this game is that I did side out of a lot of my anti-star stuff, because I expected you to switch to something more aggressive after Wave Motion got hit, but I guess I
are you
outplayed
kidding
myself
me?
a little
I still
there.
have so much shit you haven't seen, Sophie. There are so many fucking stall cards. I wasn't even sure what build to go with. Do you wanna help me out with my future build by making some hard suggestions now, episode loser?
Man, it feels bad when you say it that way. At the very least, unlike my other losses in this series, I do get a ban this time.
This is true.
And the ban is interesting. Because my first thought is a card I was considering making my second limit in Game 1 over Deslakuda, which is fucking Dark Door. At least Gravity Bind, I can play level 3s under it. I can play Jinzo to beat it out. But Dark Door just prevents me from doing any aggression at all. And I really don't have outs to it. But here is the thing that's making me hesitate. If that next episode, the types of decks we're playing right now are going to be completely irrelevant. The meta is going to massively shift, and that might affect what I want to ban. Because next episode, we get to a little set called Invasion of Chaos. And,
the time has
that kind of
come.
changed things up.
The time has finally come.
And in light of that, I think I'm going to take the risk of leaving up star cards, because I think we're going to be changing enough after IOC that Star's not going to be undisputed tier 0 anymore. So with that in mind, I am going to ban Torrential Tribute.
Oh,
There's so many board wipes to choose from, but I think that one is the most disruptive.
I never got a chance to Did I get a chance to use it?
I don't think you did, and you know what?
Oh, you keep
Frick you.
between Heavy Storm and Torrential Tribute, and then me just like misplaying IO, but like we don't talk about that. You really are just banning all the cards I never got a chance to properly use. That's so fucking correct though.
It is.
Whenever we get into Chaos, you do not want to leave me with a board clearer that works on special summons. That is definitely not an advantage you want to leave me with. I know the sadness in my heart about losing Torrential Tribute, and I know that you were correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm challenging you to a game 3 after this one. I'm not dealing with this again.
I think this was not fun. I'm fine with ending this episode at this point. Yeah, we had a pretty long last one. So that is our gift to our audience in exchange for this one being what it is.
Yeah, I was like, there is one more thing I need to say before we go, because you're gonna see this in editing, so I have to let you know before then.
Okay.
So, here's the thing. I did pour Ring of Destruction.
Oh my fucking god!
And here's the other thing.
Oh.
I did pour Ring of Destruction.
What?! What?!
And also, I did pour Ring of Destruction.
I don't even know how mad I can reasonably be at that, because how did you not activate a single one of them? How did you lose?
I don't know how I lost. You know how I lost, Jesse? Okay. This is what I was so mad about Game 1, right? So Game 1, I had Ring of Destruction set, but I had Jinzo up, so I couldn't use it, right?
Oh, the classic problem.
But here's the thing, you were at 2900, so even if I could use it, I didn't have a monster strong enough to kill you. I top-decked a monster with exactly 2900 attack, which is how much life points you have. I could have tributed off Jinzo, then Ring of Destruction to my own monster to end the game.
But it was Tyrant
Except
Dragon!
it was Tyrant Dragon, and Tyrant Dragon's trap negating effect is not optional and affects my own cards.
That is so unbelievably funny because at the beginning of the episode, I'm talking about cards that we could potentially pull. My exact quote was, Tyrant Dragon is immune to Ring of Destruction, and that's relevant in this format because God hates me. But as it turns out, God loves me! God loves me and hates your guts! God doesn't hate your guts. That was mean. I've had a week.
No, it's fine. I think he does, Jesse. You've heard what they say God thinks about trans people.
That's true, and as a biological woman, I am in God's good graces.
Woo! This was not my episode.
So here's the deal, Sophie. I hope you enjoy that Ring of Destruction while you have it. It's not gonna last more than a game.
Yeah, I figured I need to draw one of my 3 rings game 1, I guess, to have a hope of actually resolving it, so... Hopefully next episode I'll actually get to do some of my broken shit instead of drawing it when it doesn't matter, fucking up my body, and drawing bubonic vermin 3 turns in a row.
This is a legendarily shitty hand, Sophie. I'm kind of in shock staring at the Ring of Destructions. That's one of the strongest cards ever printed.
It is. Hopefully I'll get to use it once. Next time, after I pour 3 Chaos Emperor Dragon to go along with them.
My god. You know what? I'm glad this episode was short. I think we deserve it.
I think so too. Just get me out of here. Yo, is this Tier 1 Meta Threat Shape Snatch? The most busted card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Better ban him.